Hi, this is Jim Moore with the Moore Group at Keller Williams, Greater Lexington. Welcome to our segment on listings and seller services. This is an area of real estate that is very, very dear to my heart because I believe that when a family has decided that they need to sell their home, whether they're moving somewhere locally or out of state, that this process is a very, very very, very important part of what we do here at the Moore Group. And I'd like to take this time to kind of go through the process and kind of explain why the Moore Group does some of the things that we do that's somewhat unique, in the area of real estate. And that's kind of why we call the Moore Group, redefining real estate. The first step that we do, first of all, is to connect with our clients. I don't believe that we can be successful unless we understand what the goal is in terms of a customer selling their home. And there's a number of different reasons why people put their homes on the market, from the fact that they need to downsize, they need to upsize, they need to move because they're moving outside the area. Sometimes there's a separation of assets that need to occur, and just kind of understanding why the home is going on the market and what the goals are is extremely important to us, and we take it very seriously, finding out what that is. The second thing that we do is we do a tour of the home. One of the things that I think that sometimes sellers do is that they don't have an understanding of what sometimes needs to happen prior to selling a home in order to maximize the marketability of that home and also to maximize the price. But sometimes sellers think that they have to do too much to the house. I feel that over the 10 years I've been in business and the success that we've had at the Moore Group, we've got a pretty good sense of what needs to happen to a home before we put it on the market. And the good thing is that should any of those things that need to happen, whether it's a painter or a fix-it man or it's something that has to do with landscape, I have got all those resources at my fingertips that have been wide-eared. We know they do great work and they do them at a great price. The next thing we do is we take a look at the actual marketability of the home, and I do this kind of from an appraiser's point of view. What I want to do is take a look at how is an appraiser going to look at the value of this property. And oftentimes in this business, the real estate agents just list homes for whatever the seller wants or whatever the seller wants to hear. We have found at the Moore Group that just doesn't do anyone any good. We just need to identify what is a marketable price for the home and then be able to set a price that's going to give that home, the best opportunity to sell. The third thing that we do is that we go over all of the marketing that we're going to do on that home, and in most cases we're going to shoot a video. We feel that a three-dimensional look at a particular home is far more powerful than just brochures or sending things out on the internet. We set up a time with our videographer who's been working with us for years. He does a great job at video and real estate, and we actually do a walking tour of that home. And what we do with that video is that we post that out on social media. We make sure that all real estate agents who are looking at that home is aware of that video so that they're able to take a look at that video, and even their clients look at it before they even visit the home. So we like, the use of video is very, very powerful, and we're one of the few real estate agents in this particular market who utilizes that a lot. In addition to that, we take care of showings a lot different here at the Moore Group. In our market, we use an automated showing assist system here where real estate agents can schedule a showing on a home. And, we use that as well, but on every single case, when someone asks to look at your home that you've hired us to list, I'm going to have a conversation with that agent. I want to know who's showing the house to, why are they showing it, where are they in the buying process, so that I have an idea of kind of where we stand in terms of the possibility with that specific buyer. We think that you as a seller have the right to know that information. So that's something different that we do as well. The other things that we're very, very, very good at when it comes to listing homes is, negotiating, price, terms and conditions, making sure that the inspection process goes well, making sure that the appraisal process goes well, and then also just making sure that we get from contract to close. I have a saying in this business that almost anybody can get a contract, but very few of us can get it to the closing table. And that's one thing that I'm very, very proud of here at the Moore Group, is that we're very diligent of making sure that everything is looked at from beginning to end and making sure that we get to a smooth closing. So anyway, that's just a few things that we specialize in when it comes to listing and selling homes and things that we do differently. I've got a great marketing staff that's a great support to us, that hopefully you'll have an opportunity to meet them should you hire us. But in the meantime, if you have any other questions or want to get more information about the Moore Group, visit our website at www.mykentuckyhomes.com or call me directly, Jim Moore, at 859-229-1576. Thank you very much.